Yeah. So look here now. Uh, Shri, I'll come to that. So essentially, what is happening here is this bit, right? Ad rank is a function of maximum CPC and quality score. Now, this they have used and they have seen that at 10 rupees, the ad rank is, if the maximum CPC is 10 rupees, then the ad rank is obviously is ad rank is obviously higher. Now, if they in the same formula, the same kind of emphasis, everything that they will give, the same kind of weightages they will give, they will figure that if maximum CPC was 9 rupees, then what would the ad rank be? Okay, you can look at it like this. Then what would the ad rank be? If maximum CPC was 8 rupees, then what would the ad rank be? So what is that? Suppose 9 rupees pay, they would have beaten C's ad rank anyway, right? Then why should A pay 10 rupees? Because even by paying 9, they are there right at the first position. Then Google will not charge them 10 rupees, Google will charge them 9 rupees. Now, is it clear to everybody when you look at this? Yes. um, Robin, Nilesh, yes, right? So what is the minimum amount that you need to really pay? uh, okay, so it's basically minimum amount that you really need to pay so that you can beat C. See, Robin, see your now, let's assume A's ad rank is, let's say, 75. I'm just giving any number, and C's ad rank is 60, right? Suppose. Now it can be any number, but I'm just giving one number. Suppose it's like this, right? So why does A's ad rank does not have to be 75. It has to be just above 60, right? It has to be, this is another approach I'm taking to explain, guys. So A's ad rank has to be just above 60. Now to get a number that is just above 50, 60, if 9 rupees bid was enough, right? Then they need to just get about, just about 61 or something. So they don't need to get an ad rank which is so high. 61 means they are already here, right? So to get that kind of an ad rank which is just about higher than C, what is the money they require to pay? Is it clear now? So Charu, very good observation. So it all depends on quality score in that sense. Yes. So it depends on quality score in the sense that if your quality score is high, this number can go lesser. So if your quality score is high, then you may have to pay much lesser, right? And eventually, that should happen in your account. Yes. So maximum CPC is just a reference number. It's not just a reference number because your ad position is still being decided based on that. So if your maximum CPC is low, then your, this ad position itself will not be high. Right now we are only deciding the final payment. Okay. But the ad position was already decided using the maximum CPC, Shri. Okay. See, there's no live case. You can't see these things, Dheeraj. Okay, that is why we can only take illustrations, right? There's no live case. You can't see the auction. Yes, Rahul. So Google just require minimum amount with good quality score to give good ad rank. Um, Google will finally ask you to pay the minimum bid required at that ad position. Yes. Okay, but it helps to bid a little higher. It helps to bid higher because that is what will be considered for your ad rank. Manish, clear? Which factor is more important in quality score? What if maximum CPC is much higher? No, if you just try to raise your maximum CPC very, very high, like, usually the range is, let's assume 10 to 20, and you say that I will bid at 50. So Google will not allow you to just, by bidding high, go and get the highest ad position, highest ad rank. That will not happen. So they give a very high emphasis to quality score. Karandeep does not need to know high CPC. Uh, what? So this all will be assumptions what others are bidding. um there will be a suggestion in the account, Puja. So they will suggest that for this particular keyword, you can bid between, let's say, 10 to 15. They'll give you suggestion like this, so you can accordingly bid them. So we will get to know what is so suggestion is based on historical data, that historically the bid has been 10 to 15 or 10 to 25, so that kind of a range, some range they will give you initially. So we will get to know what is our ad rank. No, you do not get to know your ad rank, you know your bid amount. Okay, what you know is your own bid amount, and you know your quality score on each keyword. Okay, that they will tell you. You know your own bid amount because obviously you are bidding, and you know your quality score on each keyword, and that is all you know. Okay, you do not know your own ad rank in every auction. That's not possible, right? And anything about your competitor you do not know. Manish, so you're saying that my ranking is increased not by maximum CPC but by quality score. Yes, beyond a point. So you can bid competitively, but you have to, if your quality score is not high, so then raising your maximum CPC only will not make a difference. So instead of 12 rupees CPC for C, to outrank C, A has to start at 13 at least. Uh, Instead of 12 rupees CPC for C to out, no, no, Shri, no, 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 no. A does not have to outbid C. A does not have to bid higher than C. A has to get a higher ad rank than C, right? It is A here, C, finally A, in our example, A is finally going to pay 9 rupees at ad position 1, and C is going to pay 12 rupees at ad position 2. Okay, so C is going to pay higher at second position. So nobody has to beat anybody's bid. You have to beat the ad rank. Does it mean for quality score, maximum CPC is the deciding factor? Okay. For equal quality score, yes. So those things, where there is very high competition, um, you know, um where there are two accounts which are equally well done and all that, yeah. So then the pricing may help, right? But that is for like very competitive space, and where both the accounts are very, very well executed and all. Do we get to see other bidding on each keyword? No, no, no. You can't see it. This is all you can see. Okay. So you need to worry about your quality score only, but you don't know what is the quality score of competition. Yes. You cannot know anything about your competition. Not bid, not quality score, not ad rank. Clear, guys? So the whole idea is that, um, of this actual CPC bit is that Google will finally only charge you a kind of a fair amount, in the sense that it will only charge you whatever is the minimum required at that particular position. At ad position 1, minimum 9 would be required, otherwise C would not be beaten. At position number 2, minimum 12 is required. So like that. Then how may I outrank him? Is there a way? Uh, so this is what you can do, Shri. I didn't understand. Um, the way is to maintain a good quality score over time. Try and improve your quality score. Quality score, we saw that quality score depends on those three components that we saw, those three components of quality score, right? And plus the ad extensions and all. So you really have to work on this. Google will also give you a remark on your components of your quality score, like that remark can be like high CTR, above average CTR, below average landing page experience. So such kind of remarks they will give you on the components. So you will know that why is your quality score low, right? So you can work towards that bit and increase your quality score. Uh, yeah, it's back. Yes, I was disconnected for a minute, but now it's all good. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Just give me one moment. I'll just check for everything is working fine also or not. I'm right here. Okay. So is this clear to everybody? Any questions? Any more questions on this? Himanshu, are you back? Okay, good. Right. So yes, please ask. Sure. Nilesh. Okay. So we'll then move to the Google account account setup first. How to create an account here, right? How to create is you will go to this place called Google Ads, right? Let's see how it looks like. So this one will go to this platform, and then here you will click on the Start Now button, right? Why we are explaining how to create an account is because if you just follow this way, it'll be easier to create an account like this. If you otherwise you can get kind of stuck with certain things. So let's say what's your main advertising goal? I'll say experienced with Google Ads. Oh, they are creating a new account for me right away. No. Yeah, create an account without a campaign. Yeah. So see here, you have to tell your billing country, your time zone, and time zone will automatically be decided, and your currency. So billing country, time zone, currency, and you need to submit it. The alternative way right now it has appeared like this. Let me try and open it on a private window because there I was kind of logged in. So if I go from here, right, I say start now. No. You don't have to do it right now. You can just watch it. We'll do it later. Right. So see, I'm should not be signed in. So when you're signed in, then they give you different options. So I'm not signed in right now to my Google account here. So now they say that what is your email address, what is your website. So please do not enter these things. Right. If you go and enter into these things, then they will ask you for a lot of details before before you can proceed further. You will have to set up billing and all that. Just click on this button that says skip the guided setup. When I say skip the guided setup, they will ask me only little, these basic questions. They will ask me, what is the email id, what is the Google id that you want to use to create this account, what is, which country you are operating from, right? Does not matter where you are advertising and all, which country you are operating from. This will automatically change when you choose your country. Your time zone will automatically be set to your country's time zone, and which currency you want your billing to be done in, right? Which currency you want to do your billing in. So country and currency, these things please choose correctly, because if you do not choose it correctly at the first go, they will not allow you to change these things later. Then if you want to do it on the same account, you will not have to do, you will have to, you will not be able to change it, you will have to create a new account then, right? So choose the country and currency correctly, say save and continue. And then they will, because you have entered an email id here, a Google id here, they will ask you to log in with your Google id password. When you log in with your password, your account will be created, right? Your account will be created, and then it will look something like this. Okay, then it will look something like this, but obviously so many details will not be there. They might take you to the overview page, or they might take you directly to the campaigns page, most likely. So this campaign page, or without these campaigns being there, so this is how, you'll see this go to reports, tools, all these things at the top. Now when you've created your account, this will there they will give you a 10-digit account id. That 10-digit account id is unique to your account, which can be used for all communication, billing, any issues that you have. So you need to contact Google, right? So this is the account id. They will ask you what is your 10-digit account id. Now once you have created this account, if we go and create, our advertising in here, we create campaigns in here, they will not go live, right? They will not go live, because you have to also set up billing. So to set up billing, where you will go is, you will go to tools, and we will go to billing and payments, right? Tools, billing and payments. um, yes, Nilesh, Google id. Okay, uh, Google id. Now I will say tools and billing and payments, right? So when I say billing and payments, I can, let me go here, right? So they will ask me these questions then. What is, now these things may differ a little bit if somebody is here logging in from another country, right? These account creation, what questions, tax information, those things may differ a little bit. The currency options will be different for different countries, so please remember that. And here, so when I say my billing country India, they're asking me my information, right? Here with, for India, the tax information, are you GST registered individual, unregistered individual? If you are registered individual, then you need to fill all this, right? You need to fill your GSTIN. If you are an unregistered individual, then it's all it's all optional. Then you go here and you say, they'll ask you your name and address and all. Once you finish with this, then they'll ask you, how do you want to make payments here, right? So there are two broader modes of payment. It's manual or automatic. Manual means that you want to pay like prepaid account, like a prepaid card or something. So where what you will do is, you will add money here in the account in advance. So I'll say that, I want to add, let's say, 500 INR in advance. I can pay through my net banking. I can, in India, I can pay through Paytm, Google Pay, and all those options are there. So you can pay that money in advance. That money will be added here. So after that, what will happen is, when you run your advertising, all, whenever you spend whatever money you spend, say per click, so much money you spent entire day, so then that money will get reduced from the balance here. That INR 500 that you had added, the balance will keep reducing. When that balance becomes zero, then your money will be exhausted, your ads will stop running, right? So your ads will not show after that. You have to add money. before your ads can start running again. So that is manual payment, where you will have to keep adding your monies. That's one. The automatic payment is will be more helpful. So where more helpful when you have ongoing work, right? When you have ongoing advertising, then you can simply save your card details here, right? So credit card or debit card both work. You can save your card details. Then what will happen is they will go and deduct a small amount, let's say 50 rupees or so. They'll deduct a small amount to verify your card. Once your card is verified, then you are they'll give you a credit limit. Okay, they'll give you a credit limit that this month this much amount you can spend. So you will spend, this is postpaid, right? It is postpaid, so you will spend that amount. And whenever that amount you have spent, that much amount what credit they give you, so whenever you have spent that amount, your card will be charged, right? Your ads can keep running, and and yeah, so your ads can keep running, your card is saved, your card will be charged whenever you reach a credit amount. And gradually your when you keep going with this, your credit amount can also increase over time, right? So manual payment, automatic payment. If you are using it just for the sake of assignments right now, then a manual will do fine. If you want to do automatic, that's also fine. But for ongoing bit, this will be, this will keep your ads running in a way. So yeah, so it's like a wallet for Google Ads. um yeah, you can say so. You can add money in advance, yes, and keep a balance yearly, yes. Okay, so this is how you go and create an account and then set up billing. Any questions here? All good? Okay, now what do I do after I have created an account, right? Now, after I create an account, there is a structure to this account, and you have to follow that hierarchy the way this account is structured, the way the structure is here. That they ask you that you can create campaigns. So I cannot just go and create an account and say that these are the 100 keywords. Remember, keyword we discussed on Tuesday, that that single word, or preferably a phrase, right? A phrase on which I'll say that I want to be present on, right? So I cannot, yes, yeah. So I cannot just say that I want to be present on, I want to bid on these 100 keywords, right? I cannot say just like that. I have to first create a campaign, right? A campaign level, I have to decide where my ads will run, the location, the budget, how much money overall I will spend on this campaign, some total of all my sum total of all my per click amount, that will be my budget. Now here, um, then within the campaign, now campaign, I have to create ad groups, right? Campaign is broken into ad groups, and every ad group is a collection of keywords and at least one ad, right? So essentially what you will do is, you will see that what are the main categories of your business. I will go to the examples also, but first let's understand. So what are the categories of business, how you can segregate your business and say that okay, this is one part, this is a second part, and all. Maybe different brands, maybe different categories, maybe different products. Also, if they are very they can be really segregated. um, so you will define different categories of your business. Then you will break them into subcategories. So category will go into campaign level, the subcategories will become ad groups, and every ad group will be a collection of similar keywords. So all similar keywords will make one ad group, and you will have at least one ad written here for all these keywords, right? And so there is a kind of a theme that will flow. Okay, there's a theme that will flow, so that this ad group will be for a particular subject, a particular theme. This ad group will be for another theme, and these will be part of this entire category. Okay, let's see one example. For example, very very simple example, I can create a campaign for televisions, and I can break it into ad groups like flat screen TV, plasma TV, and it's not like you can only have two campaigns and two ad groups each. It totally depends on you whether you want to run one campaign at one time or you want to run 10 campaigns at a time. How many ad groups you want to keep within this campaign. Two is just an illustration here. how many subcategories you can think of. So it totally depends on your scale of business, right? So I can create a campaign for televisions here and break it into flat screen TV, plasma TV, maybe create a third ad group, 40-inch TV, another one 55-inch, another one 32-inch, all that. So I can create all that here. And then similarly, I can create one campaign here for cameras, right? For my business, this is an assumed business. I can create a cameras campaign, create ad groups like digital camera, compact camera, within that. And so if I say digital camera, all my keywords will be about digital camera, right? My ad will also be about digital camera. Okay, let's see more. Now suppose one more example. Are we following this? Yeah, okay. So one more example. Let's say Furtado's music shop. It's a chain of stores in Mumbai, and they sell musical instruments for a very long time now. They are pretty popular, very well known. So they if they decide to run, yes, they teach as well, yes, Shri, they teach as well. So if they decide to run campaigns for their products, right? So for their products, then let's take one illustration. You are okay, even somebody from my family is as well. Yes. So if you have one campaign, you can create a campaign for guitars, another one for brass instruments. These are just examples. Okay, now you break guitars into electric guitar, acoustic guitar, lap steel guitar, and brass instrument. Okay, this way. So now suppose anybody, now let's see the entire picture. Somebody comes on Google, says electric guitar. Okay, they're looking, searching for electric guitar. What will happen is, if you are running this account now, you in this in this ad group, you have all the keywords related to electric guitar. What kind of keywords you can have in this ad group? Electric guitar ad group, what kind of keywords can you have? Electric guitars, yes. What else? Guitar. If you want to keep only guitar, you can create one more ad group also just for guitar. um, Best electric guitars, yes, the other one. So what we mean is all related to electric guitars only. Okay, so let's say best electric guitar, electric guitars near me. Yes. So all these kind of electric guitar related keywords you will be, yes, affordable electric guitar, perfect. So all these keywords you will be putting under this. Now somebody comes in and says, affordable electric guitar. Now what will happen is that whatever they type, okay, that will match with one of the keywords here in this ad group, because of which the ad that you have written in this ad group will show to that person, right? And in that ad you have decided a final URL and all. What will be the landing page? So what landing page will you take that user to? Electric guitar stores, yes. What landing page will you take the user to, this user to? What the page displaying electric guitars on your website, yes, Shri. So that is how the entire that is the entire picture. Then this is how the entire thing will work. So this is how you will also have built relevance, yes, Riya Manish. So this is how you would have built relevance, yes. Exactly, Shri. So this is how you would build relevance, where people, what they're looking for, they are seeing an ad on the same thing, they are clicking, they are going to that page, right? So this is how it really works from the account. Now so similarly for acoustic, similarly for lap steel and all that. Now if suppose they have to sell, not sell, advertise, if they have to advertise keyboards, okay, so where would that go in this entire structure? New ad group, new ad group. This is account, purple is account, blue is campaign, and green are ad groups. I'm asking that where will keyboard go in this structure? if they also have to advertise keyboards. Yes, Ashwin, Rahul, Ria, yes, Shri, yes. It will be a third campaign. You can create another campaign for keyboards in this case, and then you can decide how much money you will put into keyboards, depending on how much is your revenue from keyboards and all that, how much would you like to spend, and also about how much is the per click amount and all that. And then, break it further into ad groups and all that. Yes. Perfect. So another example, Chumbak, also here, this one, these people will target Mumbai, right? So they can target only Mumbai if they want. And Chumbak, if this is, they are selling online and they are selling all over India, so they became popular with refrigerator magnets, and they right now sell accessories, different kinds of accessories. So if they have to create, these are two illustrations of two different campaigns. One sleeves broken into laptop sleeves, ipad sleeves, notebook sleeves. Yes, yes. And boxes broken into cookie tins, storage tins, and accessory box, right? So and I think the distinctive part that we want to show you on this example is that cookie tins are also a kind of storage tins. Yes, Shri and Himanshu. And accessory box is also a kind of storage tin. If you look at it, they are both storage, but what we've done is we've kept everything separate. So try, and as long as you can, write something about it, take person to a landing page about it and all that. Try to break things into as many ad groups as possible. Try not to keep everything in the same ad group, because then it does not work well, right? Your quality scores and everything, the relevance part, the because of the relevance, the quality score and everything will be better if you break into as many ad groups as possible, right? Rather than trying to put laptop and notebook both into one, trying to put cookie tins or cookie tin kind of keywords also into storage tins. Try to keep them separate as much as possible, and the targeting there could be all India. um, yes, Pooja, yes. Now, what do you think about this account structure, guys? Bad, Robin? Yeah, yeah. So it's not a good structure. It is basically, if somebody does not know Google Ads, this is how, when they log in, they will prompt them that create a campaign. When they create a campaign, they will say create an ad group, and they will keep going like this, and this is what they will kind of end up with if they do not know what to do. However, we know that leather sofa can't go with a bedroom furniture or a media console, or a dining room table. It just does not go. This means there will be several campaigns. You have to decide the entire structure, how it should go. uh, Here is just one part of that. When you restructure it, part of it could be one campaign which is broken into two ad groups. Here, leather love seats is one ad group and leather couches is another ad group. And now look at the keywords also. Right now we have given some keyword lists as well. So see how the keywords are all related, right? The the ad copy is all related as well. That the headline in the ad copy itself seems completely relevant and everything. And then obviously you will also have a relevant landing page, right? So this is how you can restructure it, right? As many tightly knit ad groups, right? Yeah, this is all done. Do not combine networks in the same campaign. I'll show you in the account. There is a video on account structure. I'm not going to it. You can watch it later. Account limits, right? So a lot of people have this question that how many campaigns can I create in the account? How many ad groups can I have in one campaign? How many keywords can I have in one ad group? So all these limits we have mentioned in these two slides here. And broadly, the limits are very high because they want you to come and advertise. You are the spender here, right? They want you to come and spend and advertise. So the limits are really, really high. Okay. um yes, Robin and Shri, yes. Okay, any questions so far? So then we will see some terms. Actually, I think here is one term I did not explain. So we'll just go back to this one also. So I did not mention what exactly is average CPC, right? So I'll go back to this and then we'll go into those terms as well. So actual CPC we discussed will be that final amount, that 9 rupees, 10 rupees your maximum CPC, but 9 rupees is your actual CPC, right? Now, there is one more term called average CPC. So what is average CPC? It is just that, in one auction, your actual CPC might be 9 rupees. In another auction, see that there are so many calculations involved, so many different competitors will come in into another auction, different kind of ad ranks will be arrived at, and all that. So what will happen is next time you might have to pay 8 rupees, another time you might have to pay 10 rupees. So that actual CPC will also differ, right? That is why they can't tell you ki each and every auction, what happened each and every auction, what was the CPC. That is why Google will only give you one number, that this is the, they will average that all out and they will give you one number at every time, and they will tell you that your average CPC came out to be 9 rupees, suppose. Sometimes it was 10, sometimes it was 8, sometimes it was 9. Your average came out to be 9 rupees. They will tell you one number. So that is the average of all actual CPCs. That's all. Um, the CPC will be for a campaign or ad group. CPC, Manish, good question. CPC you can set at ad group level also, right? Uh, and CPC you can set at keyword level also, right? So it is recommended to set CPCs at keyword level, right? So that, because every keyword requires a different kind of different level of CPC, so it's recommended that you set at keyword level. Okay, good, Robin. So even though I pay a high bid, if my quality score is low, then another person will rank higher because of relevance. Yes, yes, definitely. Okay, great, great, good. So now let's go back to some more terms here. Impressions, all of us know. Clicks, we know. CTR, we know. Campaign, ad group, ad, keywords, we know, right? Organic search results, paid search results, we discussed that day. Conversions will go to daily budget. Is basically at the campaign level, you will decide how much money you will spend on that campaign, right? On a daily basis. So they only ask you a daily budget. That means if I say that my daily budget is 1000 INR, it becomes 1000 INR for today, and then 1000 INR again for tomorrow. Regardless of how much I spend today, I might spend all 1000 today, I might end up spending 800, whatever I spend today, then tomorrow again my budget is 1000 INR, right? So that is daily budget. Bid amount, we have seen your maximum CPC is kind of a bid amount. Ad auction, we know. Quality score, we know. So conversion, does anybody know what is a conversion? When you've accomplished your campaign goal, yes, in a way. When the customer buys the product, yes. When we turn something into sale, something is bought, result achieved. Leads you've got, yes. So yes, so conversion means that there is a, on your account there is a desired action from, that you want after the after the customer has clicked and come to your website, right? After the customer has clicked and come to your website, what is it that you want them to do on your website, right? So if they go and do that, right, if they take that action, then it is called as one conversion. So if the desired action from the customer's end, is a purchase, so if they go and buy, that means a conversion has happened for you. If you are another kind of a, in an industry where you're not selling online really, but you have put up a form there saying name and phone number, and people come in and fill up that, and some kind of some, let's say you have put in a, you are a car brand and you have put up a inquiry form about on road price, right? So you ask people to fill the name and location and all that, their contact details, and then or maybe even if you might also say that you fill all this and then you can download the brochure, right? So whatever it is, so whatever it is that goal, so if people go and fill that, right, if fill that form and submit it, then you've got one conversion, right? So a person goes and fills and submits it, it is one conversion. So essentially conversion means whatever is that action. You want people to come in and download something, they download. You want people to subscribe to something, they subscribe. Whatever is that desired action, if that is completed, then it is known as one conversion. So it does not have to be sale only, whatever is that action after the click to website, right? um okay. Do we pay for choosing keywords, Charu? Choosing keyword, no, 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 you only pay when a click happens. We can place the bid at keyword level too. Yes, you can place the bid at keyword level, and that is what is recommended. Okay, we'll see those things also in the account when we discuss search in detail next week. Then you will be able to see how. What is a good amount to spend per day in US? Robin, actually it differs depending upon which industry, which kind of keywords you want to be present on and all that. So there is a tool that we will see on next Tuesday or Thursday. So next week we will see a tool on that, and then after that you will be yourself be able to arrive at it. Um, do you don't pay for keywords? Yes, no. Do conversions, you pay for clicks, right? Every click, and it is given against keyword only, that for this keyword, this was your per click amount and this was your total cost. Do conversions have effect on quality score too? No. So we have to put CPC for different keywords. Yes, Manish. Yes, the that's a conversion KR. After click, what do people do on your website? Do they buy or fill the form and all that? So we can fix a CPC on key. Yeah, yeah, you can change it anytime, Shri. Yes, whenever the keyword will be clicked, Google will charge. Yes, Manish. So essentially, they keep adding that and they will show in your account, and also it will reduce from your balance. If suppose it is your if it is your prepaid bit, then that amount will reduce from your balance and all that. If it is postpaid, then you will be billed only when that a certain amount reaches. So you'll not be paying for every time, but you'll be billed whenever that amount reaches. Okay. So now let's go into the account. So we have already seen how to create the account and how to decide what should be my structure like. Also remember that this structure that we have seen, right? This kind of structure that we have seen, there is no standard way of creating this. It will depend on what is the main category for you, what are the subcategories for you, right? So for a Furtado's, guitars might be a main category, right? Because this is what their business is all about. For some other kind of business, just assuming some other another business, musical instruments might be also something they sell. Okay, musical instruments for them may become a category level thing. So for somebody else, musical instruments may become a category level thing, and guitar might come here as an ad group, brass instrument might come here, keyboard might come here, because they just have a few guitars. Overall they have some 5 6 guitars and all, so they can't really break it into all this. So it really depends upon what is your main category, what is your subcategory, what is a category level thing for you can become a subcategory for somebody else, right? So you have to look at, a good place to start is look at the website, see what are the categories, subcategories there. That will give you a good idea. Okay, cool, care. So we've seen now how to create your account structure and all that. Now we'll see how to create a campaign then finally in the account. Right. So let's say we go to the Google Ads account. We'll go directly to campaigns today. What I will do today is I will create a basic campaign, right? And your task also for this week will be to create a basic campaign for your own business or your website, that blog that you've created. So you have to just create one campaign for that, and this time, week 1 you will not be required to spend on it. So after we create the campaign, we will pause that campaign, we won't run it. Okay, you will set up billing, but you will pause the campaign so that it does not go live. Today the campaign will be very very basic, right? And a lot of details, the enriching part, we will do it next week, right? I will not be uh, going to each and every question. Some things I'll tell you what we will skip. And then when we go, so this is a basic search campaign creation. This is just so you get some practical exposure in the week one itself, and you can try and get started, right? Week two, when we come in, that's when we will discuss search in detail, right? So some details we will discuss, and then you will be required to complete that campaign in week 2 and take it live, right? So let's go and see how to create a campaign. Now I'm going to say, within campaign, I'm going and saying new campaign. Load campaign settings, no, because I do not have any settings from earlier. I'm creating a campaign for the first time. So say new campaign. Now it is asking me what is your goal, right? So see, this is how they just kind of guide you, that if this is your goal, then maybe you can choose this bid strategy. Bid strategy we have not discussed, but they can guide you on campaign settings essentially. So also they will guide you on which kind of campaign you should create. So for example, if you say sales is my goal, then they tell you that you can create a search campaign, a display campaign, or a shopping campaign. Leads, they also add video to it. Website traffic, same campaigns. Brand awareness and reach, then they tend don't they're not suggesting you search. If you're looking for brand awareness and reach, and that is why you want to create a campaign, then they tell you that you can create a display network campaign or a video campaign. Yeah. Website traffic means visits, like clicks essentially, right? So when you're looking for clicks, a lot of people to come into your website, Manish. Okay. Or product and brand consideration, when you want people to consider, look more into your product, what functionalities, what features are all there. So they want, when you want people to think through your product a little bit, spend time on that, then they are suggesting you these campaigns. And this is of course different. This So we'll see the other type of campaigns also. As of now, we will start with a search campaign. And website traffic, yes, website traffic, Shri. Okay, brand awareness will really not help much initially. So it has to be built, right, over time. Yeah, so website traffic, yes. Okay, so create a campaign without a goals guidance. I'm going to go to this option, right, where they will step by step, they will tell me all the options and everything. But you can also choose one of these, where if you're sure, then they will kind of guide you with the campaign creation itself. They will choose some settings for you, right? I'll take this, create a campaign without a goals guidance. Now they are saying which type of campaign you want to create. These are all the different types of campaigns, right? I'm going and saying I want to create a search campaign for now. Now in search campaign, I want website visits, right? Phone calls, app downloads, these are all mobile related objectives. Those things we're not doing right now. Right now we're creating a basic search campaign. Now they'll ask me, what is your business's website? Okay, I'm just going to be adding one shoes website, any shoes website, because I have some ad extensions and all created for shoes here. So I will use that for illustration. Now I'll say continue. Right now, I will name it, let's say, I can name it shoes, right? Because that will help me know, later on also, what was my campaign all about. Only for your reference this is. So you can name it however you can identify it later, right? I am naming it like this. Now networks, networks, they're asking me, do you want to advertise on search network, and do you want to include search partners or not? Include, exclude. Most advertisers include on Google search partner sites. That is what they're saying. It's fine. Now they're asking you whether you want to include display network also in the same campaign, right? So this we will not do, because these are two different networks. This option is there just for people who would like an easy way to kind of start it, but it will not have all the control. So if we want to create a display network campaign, we will create it separately. So we will not use this here. Okay, and then location. So where do you want your ads to show? Right, by default they're showing me these options. If I want to kind of choose something also, I can go like this and say that, I can choose any multiple cities, multiple countries, like this. Right, so I can go and say, suppose New Delhi, right, and I go and say target New Delhi. I want to say, Mumbai, so I can add Mumbai. Right, so I can keep adding my different locations like this. I can add, instead of cities, I can add countries also like this. Or else I can also add like, I can go and say a pin code that I want to target. Right, so I'll say that I want to target this particular pin code. Right, or else I can say that, no, not even that broad and all that. I'm just business, I am here, and I want to just kind of, I've clicked on advanced search. Right, so now I only want to show my ads around a certain radius of where my business is. I have a bakery shop in Connaught Place, and I only want to show my ads around that place. Right, so I can choose this. Alternatively, you can also create an account if you are in business like that. Okay, this is just to add. Okay, this is not Google Ads, but this is a good place. If you have a business, please make sure you kind of list it on Google My Business. Right, especially for all these businesses which are customer facing, and they are, they are located at, they have a certain location and all. So local businesses and all, especially helpful. So you should create an account on Google My Business. This is another product from Google. Sound is breaking for Sindhu. Anybody else, or is it all good? Good, okay. So you can also go and create an account on Google My Business. It's free to create account. You can, kind of, it's directory listing. Okay, Google is also list, it also does this directory listing work. See this snapshot on the right hand side. You must have seen businesses you can find like this. So people can kind of register themselves here, so that when people come in and search, they would be able to find these kind of businesses. So that's something that you can do. And here also, when I'm advertising, I can, my Google My Business account, and my, I can also pick up my from my Google My Business account. If I have added a certain location that, my store is here, then I can just pick up my business location also from here. And then I will say that I want to show my ad, within, since here we use kilometers. So, say I want to show my ads around, 2 kilometer radius of this place, right? So suppose that, and that is all, right? So this is where I want to show my ads, and that's it. So I can choose this also and save, right? So I can also target like this. So totally depends on me where my customers are, how I want to target. I can choose location. By default, location means that people who are present in that location, or people who show interest in a certain location. So not necessarily present, but people who are present in a location or who show interest in your targeted location will be targeted. If you want to make it more precise, then you can you change this. This is default. Exclude also, if you want to, exclude certain places, same way you can go and say exclude. Right, so suppose I want to target, or I can also say exclude in the same way. Okay. So exclusion also will mean this only by default. uh is it Puja? 1 second, yeah, let me check. Give me one moment in that case. Okay. Thanks, Pooja. I've just gone and corrected it. Now it should be fine. Okay. Can you see the screen now? Can you all see my screen? Guys, can you hear me and see my screen? Okay. Thanks, Pooja. I've rectified the issue. Thanks for telling me. So it's all good now. Yeah. Now, never mind this default message that goes. Now let's go to this place. Can you all see my screen? Is it all good now? Yeah. Okay. So I'll continue from here where we were. So location is done, right? So you can choose your location where you want to target. Now languages, English is there by default. If you want to try out Hindi or any other language also, you can do that, but not in the same campaign. Preferably, you can create another campaign for that if you want to try out. Okay. Budget. Now, budget is the overall campaign daily budget. Remember, budget, while it says budget, do not get mistaken. It is daily budget, right? So, this is daily how much you want to spend total on this campaign. Then they're asking you a delivery method, standard or accelerated. Now, what that means is they're asking you that how do you want to spend? Suppose I'm saying 1000 INR. How do you want to spend this 1000, right? Do you want to spend it like you want that this 1000 is the money that gets spent over the entire day, right? Or so in that case what will happen, that is standard delivery method. Okay, standard delivery method, which means that I will say that 1000 rupees, do not spend it quickly but spend it over the entire day, some in the morning, afternoon, evening, night, every time, I want to distribute the money evenly. So in that case, what they will do is they will not show your ad all the time. So if that money is not enough to kind of because what will happen is if they show your ads every time, there will be a certain rate, certain CTR that you will get, and certain kind of money you will spend, which they can estimate. So your money can run out by let's say even 11 a.m. in the day, or by 12 in the noon, or by 2 in the afternoon. So if your money gets spent, uh, no, now you are all here, Himanshu. Uh, yeah, I just saw two people coming back. Guys, we are discussing budget delivery method. Okay, sorry, I had actually rectified I had rectified the disconnection thing, but the go to meeting was not working after that. So I had to end it and start again. Um, Okay, don't worry, no worries, no worries. So what we are discussing is now the daily budget. Okay, I'll repeat. The daily budget is what we are discussing, that how much money you want to spend on in one single day. You have to mention it right here. Now, when you mention your daily budget, that means that today you are planning to, suppose I'm saying INR 1000, that means today 1000 and tomorrow again 1000, right? And so on. Now they are asking me what is the delivery method, how you want to how should your ad delivery be, standard mode or accelerated mode? No, 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 my screen, actually I'm not doing anything, I'm right here on the screen. So we're not moving the screen right now, Shri, maybe that's why you think so. Okay, there's nothing I'm doing on the screen right now. Is it fine? Yeah. Oh, what's the issue here? Robin, what happened? Not hearing? It should be all good now. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Screen has a blank space. No, screen I'm sharing. What I'll do is, for you, I will turn off the screen and turn it on again. Okay, I'm turning off the screen and I'm turning it on again. I have turned it on again. Okay, if you are having an issue, yeah, yeah, it's fine for most people. Okay, cool, cool. If anybody is facing an issue, please log out and log in again. It will work. Okay. Now, do you want to spend? How do you want to spend this 1,000 rupees? Now, uh, if I say that standard mode of delivery, what they will do is they will not show my ad at every possible opportunity, because 1,000 rupees may not be enough to show my ads throughout the day, get clicks, spend money. I will not be able to spend 1,000 rupees over the entire day, because that may be too little, right? So, what they will do is, on standard delivery they will show your ad right now, they will show after a few searches again. So every search, every auction, you will not be a part of, right? They will show your ad right now, they will, you'll be part of an auction after some more searches, even when searches are happening around the kind of keywords you are present on, you will not be part of that. And then your ad will show again after some time, and again after some time, and so until, so that that money you spend, is spent over the entire day. Okay, so that is standard mode of delivery. um, Accelerated mode of delivery means that if I go and say accelerated mode of delivery, that means Google will try and show my ad at every possible opportunity, right? At every possible opportunity. That can mean my money will run out quickly, because my ad will show, people will click, money will get spent. But if my money is spent, after that, suppose it is spent by 11 a.m., then my ad will not show for the rest of the day. Okay, my ad will not show for the rest of the day. My campaign will be paused, and it will only go live next day. Then next day, with a fresh budget of 1,000 rupees, the ads will start. So now your question will be, then why should I choose accelerated delivery at all? Right, you can choose if you have the kind of money. No, most people standard delivery. That is what they're saying, right? So, accelerated, if you have the kind of money to spend, or suppose you are saying that, in as we keep going, you can also decide the timings when you want to run your ad. So, suppose you say that I only want to run my ads for the 3 hours a day. That time is when my business requires ads. So, these 3 hours, and in these 3 hours, I want to spend as much as is required, because it is just 3 hours. However many searches will happen in those 3 hours, I'm willing to spend that money. So then you can go on accelerated mode, right? So another reason, or otherwise you can, they say, most advertisers, they recommend the standard delivery method. um, they will do it, this optimization they will only do, Shri. So if you say standard, they will only decide when should your ad show. Okay, you're leaving this optimization to them. Yes, you can change the delivery method also. You can change it, right? You don't change it every day, but yes, if you want to change it later, you can change it. Yes, if your budget is over, you can add more. Like, suppose this 1,000 rupees is over, and I want to make it 1,500. You can make it. Yes, Manish, you can, and then your ads can start running also. But remember, if once you've made it 1,500, next day it will be 1,500, right? So whatever is the last you have changed it to, it will remain the same. Yeah. Uh, yes, accelerated. I can tweak ad impressions based on traffic flow. I think. You are not tweaking. You are willing to spend that much money, because otherwise, in those 3 hours also, suppose you're not spending enough money that is required even for those 3 hours. then maybe it is possible that your ad will stop running in 1 hour only. Okay. No, what you have spent for that day, Charu, that you can't decrease, but for next when you start out the day, you can decrease the budget as well. That's allowed. No, nothing is forwarded because it is daily budget. Next day it will be that same 1000 again, Puja. I'll just write to Robin, guys. 1 second. Please hold on. He's here, yes. Okay, thanks, Imanshu. So then bidding strategy, right? This one we are not going to today. This is a detailed topic, all these bid strategies. Today we will leave it to manual CPC. Okay, and I'm unchecking this option, manual CPC. I am going to be deciding how much to bid. Okay, automated strategies and all that we will see next Tuesday. So we'll see that. Then start date and end date. Now see, start date is today's date, right? Now today's date does not mean that it will go live today only. That means that I am this is subject to Google's approval, right? So once I have set this as start date, this means typically Google takes 1 business day to approve it. So today is 24th here in India. So it maybe if I create it right now, provided my billing and everything is set up and verified and all that is clear, then it can go live tomorrow. Right, it can go live tomorrow. So it's like typically 1 business day. Google will check. Google will also approve on policies. What policies? We will see policy also on Tuesday, right? So some policies they will check for legal editorial policies, and then they will. So start date is this. End date you can leave it as none. It is completely fine. End date you can leave it as none. It is completely fine. And in that case you can go and pause your campaign later, right? In that case you can go and pause your campaign later if you decide to, if you are very sure that my campaign should end next week because it's only for this week for certain communication, certain offers, certain a festive offer or something for which I've created this campaign, and I am sure this should end next week, then you can set an end date also. Okay, otherwise you can anytime go and pause it. Most of the things that we are setting here we can change. Okay, so do not worry, you can change these things later on also. We'll see where. Dynamic audiences we will not go to right now. Now see ad extensions. Remember ad extensions that we discussed on Tuesday? See, all these ad extensions are right here, from site link, call out, call, structured snippet, app, message, location, promotion, and price. I think we've discussed all of them. So depending on what kind of extensions are relevant for you, you can go and create them here. The process to create any ad extension will be the same. So I click on this. Okay, I say new extension, and then I have to fill up the window that opens. I have to fill all this up. Site link, I hope everybody remembers those additional links that were there on the ad. So you need to write what will be written on that link and which page will it go to, URL. And everywhere see the character limits are mentioned. No, not USPs, but the links, those different links to different pages that were there. Okay, and there are character limits mentioned, 25 characters. You have to write within 25 characters here, right? And final URL, there's no character limit. So you create this is one. You write this is second, right? And then you say save, right? You say save. When you save it, they will all appear here. Once you have saved your site link extensions, they will appear here. And then don't worry about what is this disapproved written here. It is about billing. Um, okay site link, just I'll show it to you when we the ad is created, then I'll show you, Charu. Okay, there we'll have it in the preview again. Okay, so let me choose this one. And let's say suppose we choose this one, right, for now. right? Suppose we choose these ones right now, formal men, women. So, yeah, this is fine. So then these are two site link extensions that I'm creating. Now call out extension, similar, same process. You click on this, fill this, right? There's no URL here. This is the calling out the USPs, Shri. Okay, this is the one. So where you can fill out this in 25 characters, fill out this in 25 characters and say save. So these are all separate, call out one, two, three, four, you can add and you can say save. So then they will get saved here. And then you say that I want to add these different call out extensions, right? I want to add these call out extensions like this. What to fill out in call out? Your unique selling proposition, some highlights about your brand, okay, and your offerings. So these are some things that I can say. I can say 1 day shipping. Clear, Charu? Yeah. Then I can go and say call extensions. If I have to add a phone number, I can add in the same way. Structured snippet, that types and all that we saw. I click on this. I have to fill all this out. What is it that is relevant for me? Types, suppose, is relevant, or styles of shoes are relevant. Then I can say styles, and I will fill the styles. One, two, three, and then save it. What will happen? It will be created like this. See, types, this comma this, right? I go and say this. I want to keep this. So this is types of shoes, this, right? So if there were all these options, brands, courses, programs, insurance coverage, all that. So whatever is your industry, you can choose and you can go and create it, right? This is structured snippet. App, message, if it is relevant to you. Location, if you have created some location in your Google My Business account, then you can pick up from there. Promotion, so everywhere the process will be the same. So promotion, click on this, fill all this out. What is your promotion, on which URL, on which item, how much offer, how much discount, so all that. So you have to fill this out and then you have to select it, take it to the right hand side. Same thing with price. So whatever extension you want to create, this will be the process. um, the themes that you have, Charu. Okay, let me see. You can go and say header type. Let's see. Maybe types only, what you is what you can be on. Unless you have some offerings, right? These are more about offerings. So for some blog with just content, you can try, one of these if it works. That's all. Okay. Not necessarily that we have to fit a particular type of extension into our business. Only if it is relevant, try and use it. Okay. Then add rotation, I will set it to optimize. There is do not optimize. Optimize means that here, if I go here, guys, please allow 10 extra minutes today, because we'll create this campaign properly today, and then once you have revised things, next week will become much easier because we would have already created the basic campaign. Okay, so here, if I go back to this page, where was that structure? Here. So if I go back to this, this electric guitar ad group, okay, electric guitar ad group, what I need to do is I need to write minimum one ad. Okay, I have to write one ad here, but I can write more than one ads, and it is recommended that you write more than one ads for electric guitar. In that case, what will happen is any of your ads can show. Okay, you write ads at the ad group level, so for any keyword any ad can show, but all your ads will be about electric guitars. But what you will do is you will write different ads so that whatever works well, works for you. Maybe people do not write what is written, people do not like what is written on the ad. You will not know unless you have written 2 3 ads on the same in the same ad group. So you create 3 ads in the same ad group and then set it to optimize. So what Google will do is Google will see that which of the ads is performing better, right? Which one is getting a good CTR or good conversions, and it will automatically, please note, automatically Google will optimize and start showing that ad more often than the other one. Okay, so that will work for you mostly, that this is a good option to go by. Automatically the better performing ad will start showing more. Okay, and later on, of course, you can always go and pause a certain ad, but auto optimize will keep working for you. After that, you can pause also certain ad if you want. If you don't want Google to optimize, then do not optimize option is there for you, right? In that case, all ads will be kind of shown evenly, right? Whether it is working well or it's not working well. Now, ad scheduling by default, all my ads will run all 24, all 24 hour, 24 hours, all 7 days, right? If I want to choose some timing, some days, then I can set like this, so much time to so much time. This will, to begin with, depend upon your business. Suppose I have an evening cab business, I might want to run ads in the evenings only, right? So if your business requires something like that, you can set. Otherwise, you can start with default. Later, based on the reporting, if you want to make some changes, you can do that later also. No, it does not have any bearing on cost. You will be still be paying, 100 clicks, you get those 100 clicks over the entire day, or you get within a certain time. That depends on you, right? um, and then I will go and say save and continue. Let me go to your questions on this page. Different ad copies under each campaign. Keyword ad copies we have not gone to, Shri, yet. Wait on, wait a little. This is where acceleration is to be set based upon ad schedule. No, it's not necessary. I may run my ads for all 24 hours, and I may have enough budget to run on accelerated mode for 24 hours, Shri. It is possible. These are two different settings. I was just giving you an instance where this can be a reason. Okay, but I may be a huge brand and I may have enough money to spend for all. Yeah, I'm just giving you an example. Yes, yes, yes. Scheduling has a bearing on cost. um, then that strategy will be better. Yes, so then you can, if there are certain hours that you have identified that will work better for you, then you can do that. Otherwise, it is, if you're not sure which hours and all, then it is best to start with standard delivery, not go for accelerated. Okay. Scheduling has a bearing on cost, no. Or you can start as standard and then go and accelerate it for this ad schedule. Yes, later you can change. Yes, yes. Start with standard. Okay. Then see the reports. We will see later that you can see time wise reports also. How are people responding to your ads on Monday or a Saturday or a Sunday or an evening or in morning, right? Then you can change. Save and continue. So what I've done is I have chosen the campaign level settings. Now I am going to create ad groups within this campaign. What I'll do is I'll create two simple ad groups today. I will put in, within shoes campaign, I will put in one ad group for men's shoes, and I'll create a second ad group for women's shoes. Right? Simple structure. And within men's shoes, I will put in a default bid. Now this bid, guys, today I'm just putting a random number. Okay, I'm putting a random number today. How to arrive at a bid, where is the suggestion on the bid, I will show you on Tuesday. Now, here I'm also creating a keyword list, whatever I can think of right now. Right? We will see how to decide a good keyword list, how to create a good keyword list. A lot of time we will spend on keywords next week. So as of now, we're just creating that basic framework. So I'm just adding some keywords that I can think of. But we need suggestions from Google. We'll see next week. Okay. And then I will kind of take up the same right now for women's shoes. So two ad groups, I have added the bid. At ad group level, I have added the bid and I have added few keywords. Okay. Screen is frozen for Rahul. Can everybody else see my screen? I have added all these keywords to both the ad groups. It's working, Rahul. Okay, okay, cool. So then, and if you want to create more ad groups, see here plus button is there. You can keep creating more ad groups. Also, there are some suggestions, on keywords on the right hand side. As of now, if you want to use from these suggestions also, you can do, but we will see some suggestions in a more systematic manner next week. Okay, so some suggestions on keywords are given here. Okay, then we say save and continue. Charu, actually, the requirement is different at different for different keywords. I'll show you exactly. You know, some keywords may require you to bid at 25, some other might require you to bid at 50, even while being in the same ad group. That is why, because that is where the bids are usually for that keyword. Okay, I'm writing the ad now. This is the ad for the first ad group, men's shoes. Okay, I'm writing a final URL, and I'm just writing some random because the final URLs are typically long. Now here I will just add, this is what will really show on my ad. You can see guys the preview also showing on the right hand side. Okay, so I'm saying no shoes, minimum. I'll just come back to your questions. Okay, and description line 1 and description line 2. See everywhere character limit is mentioned. Okay, just randomly adding some things, but of course you can write more for your own brand. And then I'm ending it, this is important, I'm ending it with a call to action saying people buy now. Okay, so this is called call to action. I'm asking people buy now. I can say register now, enroll today, things like that. So this is the first ad I have created for men's shoes. Okay, similarly, let me go and create one ad for women's shoes. Please ask me any questions you have on these. Without an ad, your ad group will not be complete, right? I'm using the same one right now. As long as it is relevant, it is completely fine. See, as I'll write this domain here, my display path domain is also changing. Okay, now description. Oh, I already had that right on the extension. Okay, now I am saying, is this all good? See here, do you see the previews on the right hand side? See, the headline's gone, the display URL is gone, the description line is there, then add extensions have combined. See, somebody is asking about structured snippet or something, right? See, somewhere it is combined from types. And see, these are site links, right? You can write even more site links. I've just created two. You should create at least three, right? So you can add more site link extensions, right? And all these are combined. This is how your ad will look like on a mobile device. This is how it will look like on a desktop. Okay, now yes, and I will say save and done, and this is done, this is done. So see, this is the first ad created on this. I can create more ads here because you should try and create 2 3 ads. Next time highlight your brand, next time highlight your offer, so try different things in your ad, and then you say save and continue. So this campaign is created. No, those things will not go to right now, Charu. Okay, so you go and say, so they are saying that for this cost 1000 rupees on these keywords, although right now, we've just added some random keywords, they are saying that you can get 85 clicks daily. some estimates they are giving me. Continue to campaign. This campaign is created. Very, very important point, guys. Please note. Please click on this button and keep your campaign paused. Otherwise, you would have add when you add billing, your money, this campaign can go live and it will start spending money. So please keep the campaign paused. This week we will not run it. After next week, we are going to learn many more details about this campaign, right? Like how to run search campaigns, what all things to add in the campaign, and then we will, how to decide the keyword. Okay, all these things we have not decided today, we have not seen. And what we will see in the following week, we will see policy, Google's policy. We will see how to decide the bid, how what will happen on a certain budget, how to decide my keyword list. Okay, what will be should be my bid strategy. Okay, what how can I optimize. So there is a lot to do, a lot to do with search that we will discuss next week. So please make sure you keep your campaign paused. You can also go to, if you can't find this button, just in case, you can also go to campaign. See where I am, all campaigns within this campaign. You should be within this campaign, all campaigns within this campaign. And then I will go to settings on the left hand side. See here, settings. See, these are the things where we had chosen. And see, this is where you can go and change anything. I want to change this 1000 to 2000. I can simply change it here. Okay, delivery method, if I want to change it to accelerated, I can change it here. If I want to say save, change and save it, of course. And so all the changes you can make here. This is the place you will also can go and say campaign paused. When you want to enable it later on, you can always enable, but right now please keep it paused. Okay, so this is your campaign created. Now next week we will start with a small revision of this campaign creation, right? Maybe a video and all that. But the assignment for today anyway is to create this campaign, so that we believe that you should create the campaign this week, and that will only revise things for you. And then next week, like I told you in detail, we will go into search. So today we have not discussed search, guys. Okay, so please remember we're not discussing search this week as such. We're just discussing introduction and how to create a basic campaign. Now here, your task this week. Okay, I have written it down here rather. So your task this week will be to create an account on Google Ads, to set up your billing, and then create a campaign for your own blog. If you have a business, a friend's business for which you can run ads, then you are, that is any day you can do that, right? That's preferable, obviously, because you will learn even more, right? But if not, at least try for your blog, create a campaign. Please make sure you keep it paused and then fill the document and submit it, right? So this is the document where we have asked you to uh, this one, task 2, right? Task 2, you go and download this template, right? So we will ask you all the details about your campaign, what all you have chosen and everything. So please complete this and tell us your campaign goal, which campaign type, which is search. For now, we will say search, right? Mostly your goal will be traffic right now. For most people, right now, the goal will be traffic, right? And then audience location, which keywords, timing, in case you know the timing, right? In case you know the timing, you have a Google Analytics account, you know when your target audience is available online, only then. Otherwise, you don't have to. And then mention all these details, which website, what is your campaign name, what bid strategy, will be manual CPC only this time. Okay, and what is the default bid you have set, what is per day budget. So if you tell that the per day budget is 1000 rupees, then please also tell for 85 clicks. Okay, because otherwise the number does not make sense. Please mention the click estimate also that they give you, right? So please mention like this, and then all the things you've learned. So that's all, very simple assignment. All you have to tell is some campaign settings that you've chosen, and make sure you create that campaign this week. Keep it paused. Next time we will go and enrich that campaign. Okay, there is a video here also, guys. You can watch this video. There is a video on how to create a campaign. Yeah, so I'll just quickly give you the feedback link for today's session, and then I will proceed to all your questions. Yes, Shri, that's completely fine. Yes, yes. Okay. So I'll then go to all your questions. Anybody who wants to leave can leave. Thank you so much. And next week we will continue. We will discuss search in detail, right? Search campaigns in detail. Everything to do with search campaigns we will do next week. So entire planning and everything. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Presentation is right there on the LMS. I'll just tell you where it is. So when you go within week one, right? Go within content here, and this is the presentation. Okay. So please do watch videos, or some videos as additional videos are there and all that. Then there are some case studies we have mentioned in task 5. So please do go through these case studies also. Okay. Thanks a lot. Please let me know any questions that we have missed. Yes, please keep it paused. That's super important. Yes, Rahul. Yes. In case that is an issue, I will ensure. Don't worry. Shall create campaign this week? Yes. I've created a domain for more of info than selling. How will it make ads in such case? Pooja, see, it is for learning. I think we discussed this on Tuesday also, right? It is for learning. So try to identify some what is the subject around which your blog content is there. Okay. And then run your ads on that subject, right? So then, um, try to identify some themes within your blog, right? That this is the, maybe I'm talking about technology, right? And then within technology, what is it that you're talking about? So try to identify those themes, and then it will be more like content only that you will be promoting. So your goal will be just to get visitors, get traffic. So when people are looking for that kind of content, you will be looking for kind of keywords. We'll see the tool also in detail next week. There will be a tool, we'll see. So you want to be present on keywords where, when people are searching for that kind of content, that is when you will be present. Yeah. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, KR. Thank you, Charu. Thank you, Himanshu. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Ria. Thanks, Pooja. Anything else, guys? Any questions that we missed? Any other explanations you need?
Hi Ruchi, Manish here.
Charu, can we get, what did you say? Uh, 1 second, I'll just. Can you tell what is the advantage of adding bid? No, I'm not asking the cost, I'm asking the place. Adding the bid at keyword level. Um, Place, bid is price only, na? So then place, where does place come into the picture? I didn't understand your question.
Um,
Decide the bid at keyword
Charu
level.
this
Hold
side,
on, hold
Ruchi.
on. Okay, you decide the bid at keyword
Yeah.
level because next week you will see that the historical bids for different keywords are in different ranges. You can't really, it's best to keep bids accordingly rather than keeping one standard bid amount. Okay.
No, no, I was not asking about the amount, Ruchi. I was just saying that, like, I mean, you told it in like the beginning that the keyword bid can be placed at the keyword placing level, and there was another option also, like we can place it afterward as at CPC level. So that I was asking that what is the advantage of placing it in like the keyword level?
So that is what I'm telling you, na? That suppose there is one keyword and they tell you that historical bid of this keyword is from 20 to 30. Okay. And in that same ad,
Okay.
there is another keyword and they tell you that historical bid of this keyword is 60 to 70. Okay. Now you go and
Okay.
you will just say my ad group bid is, let's say 40 rupees, right? So it will
Hmm.
obviously not work for the second one, right?
Yeah,
Because,
because that amount was
yeah,
more.
yeah. So it will obviously not
Okay,
work
I
for,
got it.
that is why.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sugandhi, Dipaya, and Dheeraj. Bye.
Hi Ruchi, Manish here.
Yeah, hi Manish, tell me.
Ruchi, for creating campaign for a blog,
Hmm.
so see, we are not selling any product, right? At the initial stage, we are just selling the information or just the experience. For let's say we have a travel blog. So what campaign we can start? Like how we can choose the keywords related to the travel, or let's say tech is there, or some kind of blog is there. So how we can create campaigns on that, because that is not selling any product.
See, as of now, we only recommend you that you spend INR 500. That now, it's not too much of a money. It will just get you of maybe like a few clicks, right? Not many clicks. So that much you will spend and just learn how to get traffic really, right? That you are getting clicks, right? Um, now you what your goal will be to is to get visitors. What you will do is identify what is, you will only advertise what is there present on your blog, right? What content is present. If you're not if your landing page does not have it, then you will not be talking about it. You will not be present on such keywords, right? So see what you're talking about. Accordingly, we will identify the themes, and you will be present on such keywords, right? So that when people are looking for that kind of content, they can visit your blog, right? Now, more on this we will see when there is a tool that we will see next week. More then that will also help you identify your keywords, right? It will help you identify your keywords also. It will really help you create a keyword list next week. So there is more to go, so don't worry about that one. Second, I'm not saying that this will this has to be the only way beyond for your blog, right? It may work for your blog, it may not work, right? Maybe a social media will it may be that a social media will help your blog better. It's possible, right, that a social media and content kind of go in hand in hand, so that may work for your blog better. But having said that, we will try this out here. We will learn this because you do not have a business, a website to run it for. At least try running it for a blog and learning it, right? If it works,
Okay.
you can continue with it. If not, just keep it for the sake of assignment. That's it. Makes
Sure,
sense?
sure.
Makes sense?
So once we set the budget,
Hmm.
so we can set it low, right? We can set it low for the next day also if we want to run.
Yeah. So that's what, because 500 rupees, you can set it. You can set whatever budget you want. You want to set it like 100 rupees, you can set it that also, right?
Okay.
So
As per that, it will show how many clicks will like estimated clicks will show.
yeah, that we'll see next week. If what are the keywords. So when next week we will decide a certain keyword list, and then we will see on these many keyword list how many clicks I can get, how much money. If I spend 500 rupees on these keywords, then how many clicks can I get? Okay, this answer we will see next week in detail.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you so much.